This Transformers 96 here, another review. This time, Transformers Dark of the Moon Cyberverse Commander Blackout. So here you go. So you might have saw this in my Goody Haul report. I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this, but yeah. So here you go. So this is a figure that I wasn't planning on getting. I didn't want to pay full retail for, but Target was running this special, which was well, they reduced the prices to $7, and then you buy one get one free with Cyberverse Commander, Marvel Universe, and Spider-Man series. So at that price, I was totally willing to pick this guy up. And when I picked him up, I had to pick up someone else, and I picked up Cyclops with him. So that's very cool. So on splitting $7 in half, this guy cost me $3.50, which is a fantastic price for this and totally worth it. So anyway, here's the box. A little picture of the helicopter. Back here, picture of the figure, picture of that, and everything. So Blackout, very awesome character. I've always loved him. He's one of my favorite Decepticons, and I'm a big Decepticon fan. So it was great that they made him in this toy line. I had never liked the way that the Legion figure looked from the first movie. I never liked it. But I did want a smaller kind of version of this. So I finally got it with the Cyberverse Commander in Dark of the Moon. Because I also have Optimus Prime, Megatron, and I do want to get a Starscream, so then I can recreate some of the forest battle scenes. That would be pretty cool. But anyway, so here you go. So here's a figure. He comes with this nice Scorponok figure. Absolutely fantastic. The Scorponok does transform, which I think is a little dumb, but it's still very cool. Love the way the Scorponok looks. The detailing in him is absolutely fantastic. Paint's decent. I mean, you got a nice silver head, but everything else is black. But no problem, because this is an accessory to a Cyberverse figure, so don't expect much. But it's great. It's got articulation too in the tail, at least 2 hinges, so that's awesome. You can actually use this and clip it onto the back. All of the Cyberverse Commander figures have some kind of gun, weapon, or something that clips onto their vehicle mode, and then it also acts as a weapon on their robot modes. So there you go, you can just clip on the back there. That's cool, nice little storage. Obviously it doesn't look good, but still it's neat. So yeah, I like that. As far as the helicopter, Blackout himself is absolutely fantastic looking, pretty perfect. It's just the way that he looks. You've got his hands kind of sticking out over here, which isn't great, but who really cares? It's just a fantastic mold. Got the nice silver Decepticon symbol in the middle there, the 2 yellow windows and everything. It just looks fantastic. Transformation's decent. It's quite hard for Cyberverse. I mean, it's not hard overall, but for a Cyberverse Commander, it's probably the hardest. And one big reason that it's really hard is these propellers. So let's get to transformation. I'll talk about that while I'm transforming these. So first thing you're going to want to do is rotate these so that the propellers all meet each other. But they can be really stiff, which is not too good at all. Really hard to move, and you really have to play with them to get them to go, and you almost feel like you're gonna break them, which is a big shame. When I first got this guy, these propellers were like impossible to move. I felt like I was gonna break them or something, but yeah, so it's really horrible the strong joint that they used for the helicopter propellers. But if you keep on it, you can get it to go like this. So there you go. And then what you're going to do is detach this the back piece right here, and then just split the arms, which is the back of Blackout. Okay, and then when you have them split, move the sides out just a bit, rotate it, and then move the sides out more. Hold on, there you go, and then you should be able to rotate this whole assembly up there. You can just kind of let those do whatever they want for right now, and then lift this side up too. And there you go, and there you go, and then extend this back piece right here. Rotate it this way, rotate it this way, and then flip out the heels. So there you go, very good. And then take this whole thing, push it up right there. Take this and move it up just right there. And then here you have him so far. Then what you're going to want to do is just straighten out the arms so that they look good, like they're pointed towards you. And then flip out the feet here, the front of the feet, just from these legs, and then just move this whole assembly down. Oops, move it all down, and there you go. That lifts up his head, and then that just fully transforms him. So Let's just so you can see, and make sure the propellers are back there. And there you have Blackout in his robot mode. So yes, so this robot mode is very cool. There's really only about 2 problems that I have with it. Well, I love the way it transforms, and I love this dark paint. It's very cool. It's a dark blue. It's darker than the Voyager. I will show you the Voyager later. And yeah, this head sculpt is absolutely fantastic. One of the best head sculpts of Blackout ever. It looks fantastic. I kind of like the bulky arms there. I don't know what you call this, forearms, I don't know. But I like that. It's very cool. I like his legs and how they look. The problem that I have with him is standing him. To stand him, it is so hard, and when you get him to stand, he's in these funky things where his leg is kind of up or something. There's no parallel stance where you can get him where his legs look good. That actually is probably really actually good. But it's a fluke that I actually got them to stand. And it's a lot of finagling to get him to stand. When he stands, he's a little lopsided like this, you know? It's a big shame, and it's a lot of things, and it's because he needs some more articulation in the legs. He needs a little bit more. He needs stronger joints in the legs, and the way that the legs are shaped. Those are the 3 reasons why he's like this. So not good, but there you go. And that's actually pretty decent. But he does have the propellers on the back, which look really nice. They're all one piece. If you want to spread them out just a bit to kind of give him that 3 kind of thing look, you can, kind of like that. You can adjust these side things to out or in how much as you want it. Just like that. And then he, for his weapons, he does have, you can just flip this out, and then he has that kind of cool little saw blade that he has in the movie. The Voyager one kind of has a gimmick that allows him to do that, but it just looks horrible. So it's nice that we get a decent looking kind of thing. It's not perfect looking, but it's decent for a little Cyberverse commander. The only thing is when you flip it up, you have this big thing sticking out, which I don't love, but it's not a big problem. Now, as for Scorponok, you can have his little Scorponok buddy with him, which is really cool. And Scorponok does transform into a gun for him. And the way you transform Scorponok is you just lift this up, you extend the tail, there's a little peg on the tail and a hole on the top of the gun, and then you just peg him in, and there he is. And it reveals a little thing so that you can plug it into Blackout's hand, so he can hold a little Scorponok gun. Was not excited for this kind of feature, and was right to be, because it looks pretty horrible. I mean, obviously this doesn't look like a gun at all. Just really, you know, it doesn't look good. But since they had to give him that gimmick, there's no faults, because it's not like it's not like they gave him this gun. No, they gave you a Scorponok that transforms into a gun. Who's gonna leave it in gun mode? I don't know. I don't think anybody in the history of Blackout would actually leave Scorponok in the gun mode, because he looks horrible that way, so nobody's gonna keep it that way anyway. They're all gonna keep it as Scorponok, so it's fine. So yeah. So it's very cool. Some comparison, Scorponok's comparison first. Scorponok with this Scorponok, the Scorponok that came with the Voyager Blackout. So as you can see, the Scorponoks, the Voyager Scorponok's just a bit bigger, and so yeah, so this is a quite decent sized one considering the total difference in the Blackout figures. The Scorponoks are not that different. This one's more accurate in size, right, with that Blackout. This one's not very accurate, but it's still very cool. Not very accurate sized. Yeah, but then now, the Blackouts together. The 2 Blackouts. Okay, so here you go. So here's the Cyberverse Commander Blackout, and here is the Voyager Movie 1 Blackout. So very cool. Obviously some huge differences, but the same character. So yeah. So this Blackout's very cool. If you are a Blackout fan, highly recommended. If you were just a Decepticon fan, I highly recommend. If you love the first movie, I highly recommend. And I recommend it on full retail. The sale that I got it on was amazing. If you can get on that sale, that would be great. But it's unnecessary to get on the sale. Although it's better, this is totally worth full retail. I did notice how hard it is to find him. Yeah, it took me a lot of targets to find this guy on the sale. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the sale. Maybe he's a popular figure. Maybe they just didn't make as many. But he's harder to find. So if you want him, I'd recommend biting the bullet right now and trying to get him, because I haven't seen him. You see him about one every third target. And considering the Cyberverse line, you can find pretty much any figure, any Cyberverse figure, at any target. This one's rare in the Cyberverse world because Cyberverse is very easy to come upon. So it's kind of technically rare, you know, but there you go. So that's my review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Cyberverse Commander Blackout. Very nice figure. Thanks for watching.